Well, I'll tell you what, it was, at least by the feel of it, a pretty nice day out there. Of course, minus our humidity getting pretty low, but now we're in a better situation. Wildfire danger, at least by the book and by the term of a red flag or a fire weather warning, is out of here. A look at the current conditions. Savannah Canview of River Street, always stunning, of course, and a pretty nice night. It is breezy out there, though. Winds will slowly back off. They are at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Notice that dew point creeped back up from the 30s earlier, and the humidity is at 66%. We are good with that. 54 degrees, clear skies. Temperatures fall into the 40s overnight. Winds were quite gusty. Darien gusted to 41 miles per hour today. Several locations gusted 25 to 35 miles per hour. Right along the coast, a wind advisory was in effect for the Sea Islands, and that was for pretty persistent wind gusts higher than about 30 to 35 miles per hour. And of course, probably South Island on Tybee gusted over 35 at points of time. But the main concern was fire. Now, thankfully, a majority of our area did avoid the worst. There was a controlled burn on Fort Stewart. Looks like no major issues there, at least in terms of that getting out of hand. Still some hot spots are in edge of Bullock County and Screven County. Hot spots showing up with some smoke as well. Main area really with trouble has actually been the PD and, of course, the Cape Fear regions of both South Carolina and North Carolina, with a fire in Dillon County that got a little out of hand, and in Brunswick County there's a fire in the forest just off of Highway 17. But this is outside of Myrtle Beach, our area. Based on what I can find, generally looking fine. Palm Sunday is tomorrow. If you're heading out for an early service, definitely bundle up. We will have temperatures in the 60s by midday, but still breezy out there and partly cloudy skies. A really beautiful day, actually, and quite comfortable. The thing with the fire danger, though, while we're not looking at the elevated to critical fire danger, still practice safe burning, or actually just don't burn at all, folks. And also burn ban still in the state of South Carolina. Follow your local leaders for that one, but just don't burn. It's too dry out there, folks. We don't have enough humidity in there at all, and the ground is really dry. Winds are going to be gusty at times, gusting 20 to 25 miles per hour, particularly into the afternoon. But this will be an easterly wind, at least, instead of the howling northeasterly winds we had earlier on. And the winds do begin to settle down for the start of your Monday. Vipercast tends to really overdo things for the start of the day. We do get a southeasterly component to that breeze by late Monday, and conditions are going to be pretty nice, and they do settle down, of course. So across the region now, cold front has well to the south. High pressure locks in, and again, while it's off the North Carolina and Virginia coasts, we're going to have those easterly winds in play. But once it shifts, we're actually going to see a big change in the pattern, and at least from now to back to what we're used to with spring, right? 70 degrees for your Sunday, gusts to 25 miles per hour, especially possible along the Sea Islands, and especially for the barriers with those winds on the water being pretty brisk. Southeast winds by Monday, few showers at times as well, very spotty in nature, just as the atmosphere goes from this dry air mass to a humid air mass. 5 to 15 mile per hour winds. And Tuesday, more of a southerly component, highs in the low 80s. Guidance is really hit or miss with showers and storms. Florida, certainly more rain than us. We could still see those spotty showers through portions of the week. So for what it's worth, spotty shower chances from essentially Monday on. Cold front tries to make it into the region Thursday into Friday and stall out, but not necessarily looking at meaningful rain chances in my 7-day forecast just yet. On our local waters, we still have a small craft advisory in effect. East winds 15 to 25 knots, 5 to 8 foot seas. Small craft needed to stay in harbor. Things will settle down eventually. Looking into a breezy Sunday, a mix of sun and clouds for most of the really the week, and we finally do get a warm and humid one, really, with some on and off rain chances and more meaningful rain chances Thursday, Friday. But who's counting? It's just going to simply be beautiful. Danielle and Colby.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to this beautiful weather, and
I mean, yeah, it's a great way to end the week. The Atlanta Braves, however, today had a great way to end their night on a great one in Atlanta. Probably the best